right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to our second matchup of the night. We just had a crazy one go down in the Prospect League. The Rooks, with their first ever playoff appearance, 12 seasons, they finally made it in the playoffs there. So congratulations to them. And Ventus, we have got ourselves a spicy one on deck here. Pineapples, Galaxy, another great matchup. The rival league has been hot and contested here, and these two teams are looking ready to go.
Yeah, and I mean both these teams are super competitive, very good. I mean, Pineapples were thought to be one of the top four teams slipping into the play-ins, which is something that we never thought we would really expect. And I mean, it came down to that last match day. Pineapples took the loss to Blaze, and Blaze and Knights were able to overtake them in the standings. And so Pineapple's really needing to show out today. I know they did not have Flip for that series. But I mean, Galaxy also a very good team. I'm looking for Spuff, ACX, Boywunder. I know Boywunder is very good at passing, so hopefully he'll be able to initiate some of these passing plays between Spuff and ACX. But overall, it's going to be a very close, very competitive series.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be a great one here. And before we do get more into this one, big shout out to Cow coming back for 39 months. Much love to Cow on the resub there. And why don't we take a look here, quick Ventus, at the Rival League postseason bracket here. A lot of spicy matchups to be had, and we got this one on deck here.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the winner of this Pineapples and Galaxy match is going on to face a rival, the number two seed. They do look good, have looked beatable at sometimes, especially against teams like Whiteout and Blaze. I know they struggled handedly against them. Luckily, those two teams are on the other side of the bracket. Whoever loses between this Pineapple and Galaxy are not out yet. They do have one more life. They will play the winner of the Lightspeed and Distortion match on Wednesday, I believe. So whoever is that matchup will have to take on Whiteout, who is that number one seed. Obviously, we have Hydra taking on Vortex. Vortex barely sneaking into that six seed, winning their division, but on a very cold streak currently. I believe they went 1-7 to end their regular season, so not doing much to instill confidence in that aspect. But I know LK's got a plan as that GM. I think he'll be able to whip them into shape and really take Vortex to another level in playoffs. But overall, a lot of competitive matchups.
Yeah, no, a lot of great matchups here, and we got a great one here to kick things off. Pineapples taking on Galaxy, and like you mentioned, the winner, they want to try to move on. You usually don't want to face the number one seed, and you especially don't want to have to drop to a win or go home game on Saturday night. That is what happens to the loser of this matchup. They'll have to play on Saturday with all their hopes on the line. But it looks like we got everybody loaded up here in the lobby. Ventus, I got to get it from you before we start things off. Who's winning this matchup? Who's going to be moving on to the playoffs? Who's going to be heading to Saturday night with one more chance?
I'm gonna give you two here. I'm gonna go with my heart, and I'm gonna go with my head. My heart, I gotta give it to my brother. I gotta go Galaxy. In my heart, I'm hoping they win. In my head, I'm thinking Pineapples have been the team to beat. They've looked very good when all three of them are there. Marco bringing out with an easy early kickoff goal to give the Pineapples the lead. Just add a little salt to the wound, making my head prediction look a little bit more right so far. But without Flip, they've looked a little bit lackluster. With Flip, I believe they've only dropped one series, and that was to Whiteout. So I think with these three players all playing today, I think that Pineapples will end up taking the series.
Alrighty, well, we're gonna have to see if Ventus's head or heart is right here as we are already underway here. You saw the quick early goal there off the kickoff from Marco. Pineapples, the 7 seed, starting out this playing tournament in the yellow tonight with Flip, Marco, and Squintle. And the Galaxy, the 8 seed, in the blue here with ACX, Boywunder, and Spuff on the team. And we mentioned Flip. Definitely a guy to watch out for here as he's sending this one up off the backboard. He's trying to find a follow. That one's going to go off the backboard. Marco trying to come through here. Can't quite put it home there. But yeah, Flip definitely the player to watch out for in my eyes on the Pineapples Ventus. But on Galaxy's end, I'm curious, who do you want to look out for to try to have a big series and help this Galaxy team advance to the playoffs?
I think it's got to be ACX. I know that he hasn't been super active and has missed a few of their last games, and I'm really looking for him. A crazy is. I thought that was a pinch, but it looks like Spuff just gonna get an absolute banger in the midfield to beat out Marco. Not really expecting such a great shot, perfectly bar down and in, taking advantage of that, or a little bit of an overcommit on that third man, not waiting for Squintle to fully rotate back yet, and Spuff gonna tie up the scoring and even it up. I'm really looking for ACX to really pop off. I know he's really good at solo plays, but I'm hoping that they're going to be able to incorporate him into their team plays. Boywunder's going to be able to find him in the outlets, and Spuff is also going to just be a super all-around player. So I think ACX is the make or break for this team.
Yeah, we'll have to see Spuf. You mentioned starting out with that big banging of a goal there to put that one in, catching the Pineapples a little bit off guard, who have been kind of faltering, as there comes Boywunder with a massive demo, and Spuf finds a second.
Yeah, you know, Christian Boywunder just taking a page out of my book there, just hawking down that last man in that 2v1 situation. That's all you got to do there. Great play and a good patience play there by Spuff, just waiting for the play to develop, not forcing anything fast, and allowing your team to just take advantage of that 2v1. And I mean, just a heads up play from both players there between Spuff and Boywunder.
Hey Ventus, when you're number 10 in Nemesis all-time demos, I agree. He definitely had to learn a page from your book right there, and a great one that was right there to put it in the back of the net. Is this one out of the midfield? They can't quite capitalize. Galaxy though, they did not hopefully learn that one from Ventus there with that triple commit, as they are fortunate to not send that one in the back of the net there. Pineapples though still on the attack as Boywunder gonna pick up a savior medal. Pineapples trying to strike. ACX sends it down. Squintle getting up to that one, but Spuff blocks him down. Flip just gonna jump around that one. Boywunder out in the midfield. Marco taking his time, but ACX on top of that one there, able to push that one a little bit wide. Flip sending this one down towards the net. Marco, he can't find the touch. It's off the backboard. Here comes Marco again. He puts it in. That one got a little bit too close for comfort. The Pineapples do get it in.
Yeah, and that's a calculated fake right there from Marco. Just he's gonna get the touch or he's gonna fake out that last defender. Either way, it's a win-win for the Pineapples. And Boywunder not able to read it, having to play the shot, respect the ability that Marco has to make those redirects. And I mean, the couple post bounces definitely gonna help out the Pineapples to throw off the last Galaxy defenders. And Pineapples are gonna tie it up. There is a lot of game left, and a bunch of bumps coming out on the side of Galaxy. Hopefully we'll see some more of those, but I mean, still a bunch of game left. Nobody's really gotten any ground or momentum yet.
Yeah, is this one out in the midfield? Here comes a shot to the net. Squintle is going to catch Galaxy. A little bit awkward.
And you know, I'll just cast or curse myself again, add it to the ticker. You know, as I say, that no team has really snagged the momentum. Pineapples come out swinging once again. They have now gotten 2 unanswered goals from Galaxy, or against Galaxy, and I mean they're starting to get the momentum. We're starting to see a lot more cleaner rotations from them. They're getting the beats in the midfield that they've really needed, and they've looked pretty complete. Almost a shot going in from ACX. That would have been absolutely devastating for the Pineapples, but the Pineapples look solid, but I still think Galaxy looks solid as well.
Yeah, Galaxy went down by 1 here. ACX trying to flick this one through a demo though. Comes out by Squintle. A backflip from Spuf though. It's gonna leave some space up for Flip. This one pushed out. Boywunder gonna get faked out a little bit by Marco, but Spuf gonna recover to the backboard. Going with the musty flick there. Gonna try to find the follow. Looking for that pinch. Great mechanics out there from Spuf as he's trying to lead the offense there. Still trying to set it up. Looking for a bump there, but Flip, he's on top of that one. ACX has to get a touch, but it's right to Squintle. Great block coming down. Spuf, he's trying to jump again. Off the backboard. Can he find this touch? No. It's going to be denied off the backboard. Is that one? A little bit of a tough bounce there, but ACX going to take his time, trying to allow his teammates to rotate. Boywunder is able to get back there as we're down to a minute remaining. A big 50 popping up here. Flip trying to get to it off the backboard. Spuf, he doesn't have a lot of boost. He's going to keep it around though. This one to the backboard, but Marco gets it away, and Galaxy still trying. ACX off the backboard. This one popping, but Ventus, Galaxy, they got to put on the pressure right here if they're going to want to send us into at least overtime.
Yeah, and they've been keeping up a little bit. They're down by about 6 shots right now to the Pineapples. They've been able to keep up in the midfield, but when Pineapples have gotten into the Galaxy half, it's been really hard for them to break out and find consistent pressure. It seems like Galaxy are electing to do a couple shots and retreat. And it looks like Flip getting a beat on that third man. That's gonna be tough, as that one just gonna find the back of the net. ACX really overcommitted there, trying to tie up the scoring with just 20 seconds left, but that is gonna lead to a free Pineapples goal. And Pineapples, I'm not gonna say it's the dagger yet, but it's close to being that.
Yeah, and Flip averaging 1.14 goals per game, finds another one in the back of the net there. And yeah, you're right, Galaxy just trying to get that goal to tie it up there. And when you're down by one in the final seconds, you gotta try to put the pressure on. But now Galaxy, they need to find one with at least a second on the clock, but Flip is not about to let that happen here. He sent this one towards the backboard, is saved away, and the Pineapples gonna come through with a game one victory, but a very close matchup between these two teams here. Ventus, both of them, had their opportunities here in this one, but the Pineapples just a little bit of the stronger team in this first game.
Yeah, and I mean it. I really think that Flip does so much to this roster. He's the glue that holds them all together. He's not super flashy. He doesn't pull out these crazy mechanics that we see Spuff doing, where he's going for these musty sidewalls and then wall dashing back to the ball, and all of this like super fast mechanical stuff. But he's just a super solid, consistent player. He gets the passes in the midfield. He gets the beats. He just plays super solid rotations, and it's super easy to play around when you have that teammate as your rock that you can rely on. You have so much confidence in their ability, and you can just play however you want. And we see that with Marco getting those 2 goals and 2 assists on his own, really being that offensive pressure for the Pineapples. And it's really worked out so far in this series. I'm really looking for Spuff to step up. I know he had a crazy breakout play, solo play in the first half. It didn't equate to a goal. But, I mean, Spuff and ACX both got to, work on their solo plays, and Boywunder's got to get these passing plays started, because if they can't get anything started right now, Pineapples might start running away with this series.
Yeah, no, definitely a little bit of the underdogs here trying to make something happen, but Squintle with a great pass from Flip, able to find the top right there. What a passing play right there.
Yeah, and I mean, Flip, a great touch just to beat out that first challenge. Reading the play, seeing that he has Squintle in the as an option of a passing, and just tapping it around the second defender to give a free shot. I mean, I talked about Flip being that solid rock, and I mean, that really sees why. We can see that they have so much trust. Marco playing that super aggressive first man, and Squintle playing aggressive as well, just knowing that Flip is going to be able to get that beat in the midfield and create those plays. So, I mean, not much to say about that. Great play from Pineapples, and Galaxy need to step it up.
Yeah, Galaxy gonna have to try to find something here. Spell, try to find that read off the back, but couldn't quite put it down. His Flip is gonna block him off there. Boywunder finding that touch, but it's out of the midfield. ACX trying to find a bump there. But instead, it's gonna be sent back into Galaxy zone. Spuff can't find that read. Squintle. A little bit of a mistouch. It's going over the head of Marco. He's gonna have to control it, but he had bad touch there. Boywunder trying to 50 through, and here comes Spuff. A huge mistake by the Pineapples.
Yeah, I mean, a mistouch there by Squintle. Marco not having any boost, did not get a good touch either. Boywunder, understanding that they are in a super awkward position, just full diving at that. A good dive from him, and a good follow up by Spuff as well, just to dunk that last defender. Flip having to take his time because he's not really sure how that bounce is gonna be. And I mean, overall, a good recovery play, and it's more so just good to take advantage of those mistakes that Pineapples make, because they don't come frequently.
Yeah, no, they're not a team that makes them often. You mentioned they had a great start to that regular season. A lot of people thought that they would be a top team, in this rival league, or a top 4 team. But the season they kind of stumbled a little bit, in that middle point of the season there. They started out, what is that, 8-1, I believe, in the start of the season there, or close, and struggled the rest of the way, falling down to the play-ins. But they're trying to make their way back, and Flip is trying to help them get back into the playoffs here, as they are going to put another one in the back of the net.
Yeah, it's just a good touch by Marco around Spuff and Boywunder, leaving it out into the midfield. Flip able to read that really well and just get a good shot on net with not really any defender there to follow it up. A little bit of a defensive mishap from Galaxy. It seems like their defensive rotations aren't really cleaned up so far in this series, and that's going to really hurt them, especially with Pineapples playing the way they are, finding these passing plays. and getting these beats because they can dismantle a defense so much. You have to play very well and communicate very effectively so that you don't have these double commits on the back line.
This one could be a big mistake there, but Spuf with an amazing save, able to get to that one. And yeah, I completely agree with you there. You got to have good communication playing against another great team here, especially when you're in the postseason. Communication is so important in the rival league here to try to make these plays happen, make some passing plays happen, and stay solid on defense. As this one pops up in midfield, Boywunder, he's trying to race to it. That one instead, when he popped up really high off the backward flip, he's going to find one touch. He's trying to find another there. Able to send it down and Spuf. He would race back just in time, but he's demoed for his efforts. This one off the backboard. Squintle, a big miss. The net is open. It's just Marco Boywunder. He doesn't have boost though to turn it on. And Marco able to get back just in time. A couple of opportunities there, Ventus, on both sides, but no capitalization.
Yeah, I mean they're overcommitting. Both sides are overcommitting a little bit too much. They're not leaving their third man back enough. They're playing super aggressive, and it hasn't really worked out for either side. Luckily, neither side has been able to capitalize either. We saw a great play coming out from Flip. He's able to get a beat on two and demo the third man. And a shot coming out here. Looks like that's going to get past Flip, but it's just off target. Spuf not able to put that one home, and Pineapple's going to hold on once again. And we just see they haven't been punished a lot for their overcommits. Once a team starts being able to do that, it's going to be a huge game changer. If we can see the Pineapples start to score on these overcommits from Galaxy, or vice versa, Galaxy scoring on the overcommits from Pineapples, it'll open the game wide open because once you have to stop making mistakes, you can't play as aggressively. Galaxy can keep playing aggressively if they get the upper hand, and it can lead to a snowball effect. So whoever's going to be able to capitalize first on these overcommits and rotation are going to be a good spot to win the series.
Yeah, with a minute remaining, Galaxy hoping it's them that can find one. The big demo comes out. Boywunder trying to take it down the pitch. Gonna have to look for that 50 as Flip is gonna get a touch. This one dropped down. ACX who's gonna bang it in. A great pass from Spuf sends it down and ties this game up.
Yeah, I mean, that's an amazing pass from Spuf. Able to get that perfectly into the midfield for ACX, who's just lurking and waiting. ACX puts a great shot on that as well. Has to get it around two defenders and does so brilliantly, tying up the scoring once again. And this is the same scene that we've talked about last game. 2-2, clock dwindling down. I mean, it's another stalemate in the midfield. I'm shocked to see who's going to win this one.
Yeah, it's going to be a close one. Pineapple's trying to take that 2-0 series lead, put the pressure solely on Galaxy, but Galaxy hoping to tie things up here and send us to a 1-1 series. This one's back in the Galaxy end, and Boywunder with a touch there. Going to find a big 50, pushing it up high. Squintle racing to it, but not quite the greatest of touches. ACX taking it up here, but he's not quite going to find the follow. Maybe looking for a bump as this one is controlled down. Spuf finds another one. Gonna find a little bit of a scoop. Boywunder is up, but Squintle is also there to meet him as this one sent down. Final seconds of regulation. This ball to the backboard. Oh, a little bit dangerous from ACX, but fortunately bailed out by his teammate. But another big miss here. Pineapple's gonna try to send it back in, maybe looking for one more at the end, but instead Ventus, we're heading overtime here in game number 2.
Yeah, I mean, both these teams have allowed the others potential for these counterattacks. They've done well to get back just in time. But again, it's going to be whoever can capitalize on the mistakes first is going to be really who's going to be in charge of this series. A good save there by Marco, and Pineapple's still looking pretty solid. Galaxy looking better than they did in game 1 when they took a close loss. And I mean, both these teams look very competitive. This series can definitely go the distance. And ACX looking for a shot, going to go off post, and that's one you cannot miss there, Rocker Man.
Oh no, the heartbreak there, but wait, they're gonna get it back anyways. Boywunder sends it in, and thankfully the tragedy turns into success here as Boywunder sends it in. A little bit of a misrotation, but man, that one scared me. Thankfully though, they were able to close it off, and Galaxy are gonna tie this series up.
Yeah, and that one's a little bit of a brain scratcher there. I mean, I'm not sure what Squintle was really planning on doing. Maybe he was trying to fake out Boywunder on the sidewall. But when your teammates aren't playing to cover that option, it seems like there's just a miscommunication. Maybe Squintle is planning on faking, but the other two teammates and Pineapple's not expecting that, expecting him to try to get a beat or a 50 at least. And that miscommunication right there was the dagger for Pineapples. It allowed Galaxy to finally um, capitalize on a mistake, and they were able to do so. And I mean, it was a great showing. Boywunder a good shot on net, and nobody back. And now heading into game number 3, tied 1-1. It's anybody's series.
Yeah, no, it's a coin flip now here as we're heading into game 3, a crucial game number 3 to try to find a win. Boywunder trying to take it down. This one drops out around the defense. It's off the post. That one, Squintle is gonna make it and get that one away. But that one almost a great start for Galaxy, as we know the next goal here will give someone some big momentum as this series is tied. Is this one sent off to the side here? ACX trying to get it out, but a great pass down. Squintle is gonna be denied by Boywunder. Able to meet that pass right in the midfield here. But here comes Marco, sending that one towards the net. Spuf has to get there and able to make that save. And Ventus Spuf, he's been really looking great to me so far with the mechanics, and leading the offense and leading the defense, it seems. I mean, he seems like their player right now that they need to step up, and he has so far.
Yeah, and I talked about Flip being the rock for the Pineapples. I think that is Spuff with Galaxy. He's just been that super solid, consistent player that you need, and have that confidence in that they can get those beats, can keep the possession, can play with low boost, and really fill in those rotations, do the cuts if needed. And it's worked out really well for Galaxy. They've been able to stay very competitive with Pineapples, going shot for shot. And I mean, it's allowed them to match Flip, because Flip has been that player for Pineapples. They needed a player like that for Galaxy, and Spuff has been just that.
Yeah, he really has, and so far able to help Galaxy tie the series up at 1-1. But in game number 3 here, someone's trying to find the edge. Boywunder trying to see what he can do here. Marco can't quite get that touch. A big demo. Gonna open up some space. Spuff with a big 50. Flip a little bit awkward. It's off the post, and ACX comes through, sends it in. Galaxy capitalize.
Yeah, and I mean, taking a page out of my book once again there, Boywunder, you know. Just, I mean, a great demo. You see Marco not get that touch in the corner, electing to leave it, and that's a very dangerous ball to allow to roll into the midfield, because it's a tough bounce to read off the corner. It's not one that you can really expect with the speed. And so for Marco to do that is a little bit of a mistake to me. It allowed Boywunder to get a demo on that last man, and allowed the defense to have to crumble just trying to dive across net to get saves, allowing Spot to just play it super slow and let Pineapples just flail in front of their net. And it really was the game changer. I mean, a good demo from Boywunder, but it seems like Marco's election to leave that in the corner was really the downfall of that Pineapples goal.
Yeah, it really was, and Galaxy happy to come through with that first goal as we're nearing the halfway point of game number 3. Winner this one gonna put themselves on match point here and want to win away from moving on to the playoffs. As this one gonna be pinched a long way, a dangerous ball. Flip just has to get up, and he just has to put it in, and he will.
Yeah, and that's the overcommit right there. ACX not taking a good touch there. Spuff really pushed up as that third man. And this is the time that Pineapples are able to put that counterattack into effect and capitalize on that missed rotation. And, I mean, none other to do that than Flip. Flip going to get a good beat on ACX and get a free backboard read. I mean, it couldn't be much better said. I expect Flip to be able to be the one to break through for the Pineapples, and he did so perfectly.
Yeah, he did, and that's what you expect there from your team's leader. He's able to send that one in, tie things up here in game number 3, and now looking to go on the attack. Marco gonna push this one up high. Here comes Flip. He's coming through. The Galaxy cannot connect on the defensive end, and Flip does, connecting it to the back of the net.
Yeah, and I mean, that's a disastrous mistake there from Boywunder, and I think it was a misflip from Spuff as well. So 2 very blatant mistakes coming out from Galaxy, just handing the Pineapples not only the goal, but also the lead in Game 3. And it's a very pivotal match, one you do not want to take lightly. The winner of this going to match point, and I mean, it's a big momentum boost as well. Galaxy really going to have to work on claiming that momentum back.
Yeah, they're trying to right here as this one is popped up towards the backboard, but Marco is going to be the first one to it, trying to find that second touch. He can't touch it though, Flip. Ooh, barely on the goal line. Going to make that touch away here. Pineapples trying to slow it down a little bit, but Spuff, he's not about slowing it down. He's about ramping up the pace here. So he tried to send it down. Squintle now up, push this one towards the midfield. Boywunder Off to the side, ACX on that 50. Again, up in the midfield. Boywunder going to make a little bit of a turn. Marco, the 50 comes through. Spuf taking control. He's got some boost to work with, but that one sent off to the sidewall there. It's Marco now. A little bit of a dribble. Gonna beat out ACX, who's trying to pre-jump that touch there. Spuf gonna get demoed. Squintle now. Looking to take it up. It's over the top of Boywunder. It's over the top of another. It's so dangerous, but ACX, he somehow gets up and in the way. No one from the Pineapples quite able to follow there. That one was a dangerous ball there, as this one again sent down to the midfield. Flip dropping that one down. Spuf to the corner there, trying to find that 50. It's out in the midfield. ACX can't get it through. Marco sends it away, and the time now ticking here in this game number 4 for Galaxy Ventus.
Yeah, I mean, ACX took a big step up there on that great save. It looked like it was going to be a Pineapples goal all the way when they were able to beat all 3 defenders, but ACX made a great play. And I mean, I feel like ACX has been a bit lackluster. I know he's super fast to the ball. I know he's able to create a lot of solo plays, and I just haven't really seen that out of him. Again, I said at the beginning of the series, I mean, Galaxy are going to live or die by how ACX is able to play. I know Boywunder is able to be a super high floor solid player. I know that Spuf is that rock type of player that they need. I'm really looking at ACX, especially with the ball hitting the ground. Pineapples taking game 3. I mean, I got to see him step up for game number 4.
Yeah, and the Pineapples are going to be the ones to claim this game number 3. Great performance from them, but another really close one there between these two teams. Pineapples able to capitalize on a couple mistakes there, able to send it in the back of the net, and now up 2-1 here, looking to close it out. And yeah, we're really gonna have to see if Galaxy can step up here. Ventus, I feel like there have been a lot of flashes of great offense. Obviously, they won game number 2, but Galaxy just hasn't quite had the consistent offense. Maybe it's a part of the Pineapples defense, but they just really haven't had that consistent offense to put Pineapples on the big back foot.
Yeah, and I think it's really that Spuf has been this player to initiate all the offense, and when he's not on the ball, it seems like ACX and Boywunder aren't able to do enough with it to really beat out this Pineapples roster and put them into these really tough spots on defense, which has allowed them to break out so easily. I know that Spuf has been really good with his solo plays this game, and he had some great passes, as we see one there. Boywunder making a shot of his own, but it's going to be saved away by Flip. But overall, I mean, I got to see Boywunder and ACX step up on the offensive side of the ball. They've both been pretty good on the defensive side of the ball, but I mean, it's really been the Spuf show on offense.
Yeah, they definitely need a little bit more connection here in this game number 4 on Forbidden Temple here. The Pineapples win. They're going to move on to the playoffs and have a date with a rival in that first round matchup. And Galaxy, if they lose this match, going to have to try to fight another day on Saturday here, but a big double commit comes through. ACX trying to get back to it. He's going to find the touchdown. It's in the midfield. Galaxy trying to race through it. Another big 50. Here comes Spuf. He puts it in. Boywunder, a big body 50 to give the Galaxy the goal.
Yeah, and even though there was a double commit there, it looked like ACX was able to call off Boywunder. Boywunder left the ball for ACX, and ACX was able to make a good double tap, able to beat 2 defenders, get that 50, and Boywunder able to get another big 50. And that's the offensive that we needed to see there, as I was talking about earlier. We needed to see ACX and Boywunder step up on the offensive side of the ball, and they did exactly what I asked them to do. They were able to beat out all of the Pineapples defenders on their own and just allow a free shot to come out from Spuf.
Yeah, that was a great play by Galaxy as they take the lead, trying to send us to a game number 5. This one off the corner. Squintle gonna find a touch off the ceiling. Here comes Flip, trying to fire it through, but ACX, great defense there. But here comes Marco with an absolute banger, but Boywunder, oh my goodness, what a save Ventus on the goal line.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely amazing. I mean, I was completely shocked. I thought that ball was going in the net, and I mean, Boywunder just able to read that bar down perfectly. And I mean, at that point, you just got to put a hand up and hope for the best. And he definitely did more than that. He was able to make that save, and in a spot where they couldn't even follow it up. And then he's gonna go out on the offensive side, a pass coming out from Spuf, and he's gonna put it right around that last defender and catch out the Pineapples being overly aggressive and over rotating on offense. And Galaxy going up 2-0 now. They look very good individually and as a team. They're starting to come together. This is what we like to see from them.
Yeah, no, a great play there in Spuf, setting that one up. Boywunder was ready for it. flip reset comes through, but Spuf can help his teammate out. This ball popped up. Boywunder taking it only to the corner, though. Gonna allow Flip and the Pineapples to keep the pressure going. Squintle trying to get up to this one off the backboard. ACX also jumps this one. A pass across, but not quite on target there from Marco. As he pushes it back in, ACX trying to get in front of this one. Marco, he's trying to clear out everybody, and Spuf gonna run into Boywunder as they're trying desperately to clear it out and try to get some boosts, as they're all starved right now. All under 30 boosts. As this one again coming back. Boywunder, not a lot of boost to his name. He's gonna find the clear. He's gonna get past Marco, and maybe now this is the escape that they need, is Spuf and Boywunder both there. Spuf can't connect, but it's gonna be sent right back there. A little bit of a miscommunication there. This one coming across the net there. Big 50 over the top. ACX, he has an open net. Can he turn it on? He's going to push it through, and he's going to send it in the back there. ACX with a great shot. Able to put that one in. Just an excellent play from ACX. Able to send it in the back of the net. And Galaxy 3-0 lead here on this one. And, I mean, just a showing from them on the counterattack defense right there. Able to send that one in the back of the net here. And now Pineapples find themselves down by 3 here in this game number 4, trying to bring things back, trying to close out this series before they go to that pivotal game 5. Is this one sent back up here? Galaxy looking to close things out as this one shot towards the net. Oh my goodness, a big dunk. ACX with the save, but the Pineapples are coming back. Spuf again. Oh my goodness. On the goal line, another huge save. The Galaxy defense, it just continues to roll here as another great save. And that is 6 saves from Galaxy right there on the defensive end, not allowing the Pineapples to get a single one in the back of the net right now. As they look to continue here, this ball can be sent off to the side. Flip looking to take control, trying to flick that one in. But this one pushed off to the corner here. Marco looking to take things up, trying to find any semblance of offense here. A demo trying to open up some space, but that one is going to be sent back down. Boywunder looking for that dunk. He's going to put it in the bottom left of the net there. A 4th goal there for Galaxy, as Boywunder, he sends it in the back of the net, and the Pineapples crumbling a little bit here in this game right now, trying to just, I don't know, hold on at this point, but unfortunately not able to do so. And 4 goals coming through from Galaxy, just really trying to set us up for that 5th and final game. Ventus, and it's Galaxy, they're looking really good right now here, trying to force game 5.
Yeah, and they've just done everything right. I mean, they've played such great offense, really breaking down the Pineapples' defense especially. They haven't necessarily been super aggressive and they haven't allowed a lot of counterattack opportunities in their over-rotations. And, I mean, even when they have been forced to play defense, I mean, they've done so exceptionally. They haven't really double committed that much, or their double commits weren't egregious or more than they've had to with 0 boosts. And, I mean, a lot of the times Boywunder has been able to cut off the play in the midfield like that just there. And, I mean, they have been everything I could have asked for in a game number 4, where it's a do-or-die game where they need to win this one, or else they have to go to the last play-in match. I mean, obviously it's not do or die, but in this series it was a do-or-die moment, and they were able to step up big time.
Yeah, they were able to step up big, and Galaxy gonna send us to a game 5, the first game 5 of the postseason here. A big one coming through. Galaxy backed it up here, and then, I mean, they just did what they had to do in game 4 of Ventus, and now it's game 5. You win, you're heading to the playoffs. You lose, you have to play on Saturday night, so we know the stakes are gonna be really high in this last game.
Yeah, I mean, neither of the 1 or 2 seed in Arrival or Whiteout are a very easy matchup regardless of what happens. But I mean, I would rather play the 2 seed than the 1 seed. So I mean, it's a very important series to happen here. And if Galaxy are able to take this one in game 5, we might see Pineapples facing off against Whiteout in the first round of matchups. 2 teams that we thought would be, top 4, a very high-end contenders going at it very early in the playoffs. It's sure to create a lot of content.
Yeah, it will, but here comes a 3-on-1. Watch out. If you're Flip, you're ACX trying to get that one through, but my goodness, Flip, what a defensive effort from him there as the Pineapples trying to get this one out. Start off early, but wait a minute, that one going a little bit too far back there for Galaxy. They're going to get it away, but almost able to find that first goal, but that was some heroics there, Ventus. You know, you can't let up that first goal in game number 5, and Flip was not about to let it happen.
Yeah, and he stepped up once again. I mean, I talk about him time and time again, just being such a great rock on this team. And Marco gonna find a shot in between both ACX and Boywunder, Spuf and Boywunder. He's able to thread the needle off of a 50 from Squintle. And I mean, Pineapple's opening up the scoring, but that flip save and that 3-on-1, I mean, absolutely clutch from him.
Yeah, that was an absolutely massive play there to keep his team in this one, not allow that first goal, and then they come back around and get a goal of their own on the other end with Marco sending it in. And Galaxy looks like they're trying to press the offense, trying to put that pressure. Boywunder, he's looking to bump Marco, but Squintle is gonna have to get back, but it does force a big triple coming out from the Pineapples as Galaxy send it in, looking to keep this pressure that they've had going. This one dropping around. Here comes Spuf, but Flip again with a great save, denying it off of the net there. Squintle now taking it up, finding the flip reset, trying to send it down. Not going to quite use it. This one popped up. Spuf with a great save on the other end. And right now, the Pineapples are shutting things down thanks to 2 huge saves from Flip.
Yeah, I mean, he's also he's played such great defense, but he's also been on the offensive side of the ball too. He was one of those players who was helping lead the counter attack, able to put a really good shot on net, forcing a pre-jump save to come out from Spuf. And I mean, when you shoot and play defense like that, it's going to be really hard to break through that, especially if you're Galaxy. They haven't shown great signs in the beginning. I mean, they squandered a 3-on-1. And they haven't had that super aggressive pressure that we saw last game, and so it looks like Pineapples have taken back the momentum in the series, and it looks like Marco might find another one here. Is that one going to be saved away by ACX? Absolutely amazing play coming out from him, able to keep the Pineapples from enlarging their lead.
Yeah, that one was a close play, but Galaxy able to survive. So they're now back on the offenses. We're past the halfway point here in game number 5. The Pineapples looking to send themselves to the playoffs in a match with a rival in round number 1. This one's dropping down. Here comes Flip trying to find the big 50 as ACX is going to clear that one out. It's blocked out of the corner. Boywunder trying to find that 50. The ball is floating up. No one from the Pineapples quite ready. Flippy's trying to go, not enough boost to really do anything great with that one. This one pushed in the corner. Ball is up here. Here comes Marco. It's off the backboard though. And Squintle is going to deny it away. Flip is trying to go, but they trade demos. This could be an opportunity for Galaxy. 2-on-2 right here, but Squintle with a great touch, able to get that one away and clear that one off as ACX is trying to harass Marco in the midfield. Squintle is trying to harass Boywunder as the Pineapples looking to keep that offensive pressure. This one sent out Spuf. He's got some boost to work with. He's trying to get it over one. He does. Marco trying to get back to it. He's able to get to it. ACX, he stops it, but he's bumped out of the way. This could be dangerous, but Boywunder able to get back here. And Ventus, a minute and a half remaining now. Galaxy still down by 1. They're trying to hold on, trying to break through.
Yeah, I mean, they've been able to mount a good amount of pressure. They haven't left their third man super aggressive and allow these counterattacks. They're playing a bit more passive, which I really like. Even though they're down, they aren't playing super panicked. They're playing their calm, cool, collected gameplay, and they're trying to force these mistakes to come out from Pineapples. It hasn't happened yet, but it's only a matter of time with Spuf getting a fake on 2. Unfortunately, going to be 50'd away by Flip in the third. And it looks like Boywunder taking a shot on net once again, and Spuf maybe a shot on net of his own, but he's just going to pop it high. Marco going to try to clear this one away. And it looks like Galaxy not able to capitalize once again on their boost steals and the pressure that they've able to mounted.
Yeah, they've had some great offensive opportunities. This one is back in the Pineapple zone. They really need one right now as this one's sent a long way. Flip trying to get back to it. He's going to find a bump. This one, a big miss. A double commit, though, comes from Pineapples. Galaxy trying to break out. Boywunder looking for that 50, but Marco just enough in the way here. Final 30 seconds for Galaxy. Can they force overtime? The ball is pushed out in the midfield. Boywunder stopping it, passing it. ACX finds the dunk. It's going towards Squintle. Has to get the touch. He's going to find the big clear. And now it might be one more opportunity if you're Galaxy. It's back in your zone. Spuf can't quite get that one down. Squintle trying to find a 50. This one off the back wall. Spuf trying to find that psycho read, but He can't quite get it. And now, last opportunity, Galaxy. Can they take it the length of the pitch? This ball sent up. They're trying to send it down, and they will. The Pineapples hold on in game 5, and they are heading to the playoffs.
Man, what a close series there coming out from both sides. I mean, they played everything they could. They put it all out on the field, and just unfortunately, the Pineapples were able to capitalize just a little bit better. I mean, we saw some great chances coming out from Galaxy, but we saw some great saves coming out from Pineapples, and Pineapples able to slam the door, keep the lead, and not allow Galaxy to come back or mount any momentum. They're able to shut the door in their face. I mean, a great showing from both those teams. I'm surprised with how well that or how good that series was that was only a play-in match.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy for sure there with Pineapples holding on. And I mean, that's the postseason for you. The stakes ramp up, the matches get a lot more close. And, both those teams really gave it their all. So big congratulations to the Pineapples holding on in game 5. Going to move on and face a rival in round number 1. That should also be another great matchup to watch there. But that just about going to wrap it up for our second match here tonight. A couple quick shouts before we head to a quick break. Big shout to LK gifting a sub to Gallium, and then Foam coming back for 21 months. Much love to all you guys supporting the stream as we continue in the postseason. But you guys are going to want to stick around because last but not least, we have one more play-in matchup on the night here. Another good one here. We have Raptors taking on Snowstorm coming up next in the Challenger League. Winner is going to move on to the playoffs. Loser is going to have to fight again Saturday night. So make sure you guys stick around, and we'll see you guys in a little bit.